I'm joined here by Anish Giri. Hello, Anish.
Hello, Sagar. Good to see you again.
It's huge news coming that you've joined a new org for the Esports World Cup, or in general, it's like an org that you've joined. That's Basilisk. It's on your shirt.
Yes, no, it's very exciting. I have a esports team, and not just the esports team. It's a unique team. It's a sciences
Yeah,
esports team.
I was actually
Yes,
reading
yes.
about it, and it's like they are backing science. And I was like, okay, I didn't get it. Like, can you tell us a bit about it?
No, it's really it's very, very interesting because when you think of teams like from before, you would think they could be like connected to some country or um, all kinds of different identities. In other sports, you have like they connect to city or location, but of course, esports is something different. It's all played online. It's global, and Basilisk is it's a special team. Basically, it's to sort of unite science and the esports to try to show also that esports, but also especially chess. Chess is known, right, as art, sports, and science.
Yes.
So that's why chess is very, very fitting thing. But in general, the mission of the team is to show that there is a big connection, to try to also gather the like-minded people, to have fans that are also into science and as well as into esports and games. And there's like a very big overlap of those people. And it's kind of a whole community. And everyone in the team is the serious player, taking it very, very seriously, scientifically, and preparing, working hard, kind of.
When it comes to like scientific temper in chess, I think you are one of the players who would be right at the top, because always I've seen you don't really go for something that is not scientifically backed, be it data, numbers. You are always thinking in that direction.
No, for sure. Especially for me, is chess is well, I see it quite a bit of science. I'm preparing always very hard. A lot of what I do is kind of research, right, with the computers and openings, and also for me, it is a little genetic. Also, like my parents, don't speak much about
Both
it
are
usually, but my
scientists.
parents, but yes, they're both engineers. So I think finally I'll make my parents proud, finally contributing to science in my own way, trying to promote it at least through chess. But but it's really true. Like also the way I approach chess, it is really quite a bit of that. Since the early age, I liked openings and doing the opening research. At times it's similar like in the lab, except when you do like scientific research, you really just do research most of the time, right? You don't have the competitive element to it. But for me in chess, at the end of the day, you do that whole science thing to prepare, have a better chance, and then comes that gaming, the sports element to it in the end. So it is of course chess is more than just research. But for me, it's a big part. You don't need to do the research. Of course, some players play, they just play.
Yeah.
They play, they learn from it, and you can get really, really good at it too. But for me, it was always just always the what I liked about it. I don't know how genetic or not, but definitely definitely I also like to have when you prepare very hard, I think you get an advantage in a fair way, right? It's a little bit of a of a hack to prepare very well, and then you start off.
You do lose something, right? When you prepare hard, you do lose your energy there, because you then have
Mm-hmm.
spent your energy there. So you actually
But
value it more, the preparation.
no, not. You're really right. Of course, it's always a compromise. But if you take it very scientifically too, you can find the right amount of preparation and the right amount of saving energy. So it's all science in the end. And those who don't prepare, by the way, to save the energy, they're also doing science because they decided that this is the right approach, scientifically speaking. So it's all, because chess, again, as I said, yes, it's more than just preparation. It's more than just, and also it's not just preparation, of course, it's analyzing your games afterwards. That's also, basically just taking things very seriously is what it's about. And, and also because it's a big esports team, Basilisk, there's also other games there, and in those games too, they have preparation, they have post-game analysis, some research, and it's there's a whole world of people that love esports and the scientific approach to it.
Amazing. Just for our viewers to understand, how does this world of esports and chess work? Like, for example, you were in Team Secret last year, and this year you are in Basilisk. How did this transition come about, and what goes behind the scenes?
Yes, well, basically, you can have different kind of contracts, I guess, and everybody has their own. There are some events, right? So we have first of all general events that we always had in chess calendar, but you also have some esport events where chess is part of. For example, the EWC. You also have more of those events. I think there's called the Nations Cup, and I guess in the future, I hope in the future there will be even more of those events. And when you have those events where there's like the chess and other games, the players, the participants are usually part of some organizations or teams, because then you have at the same time an individual event, but also the team event as a whole. In some esports, simply there is just a team, right? It's not individual. You have some games where it's team against team.
Right.
Yeah, there's this whole infrastructure of teams, and there are many teams, and some players stay longer with some teams. It's like, let's say in others, for example, in soccer, now, or many others, probably, okay, of course, also cricket, more popular in India. You also have teams, and yeah, it sort of depends how the contracts you have. For me, this is my first year with Basilisk. Basilisk, it's been in chess already before. We have Vincent also represent the team already.
Vincent Keymer is in Basilisk as well. Basilisk.
Yes, yeah, which is really cool. I mean, I got to know them last year as well. We started. I was already signed up to the other team, so I couldn't join. But I got to know about them. They got Vincent, which was great find for our team, because Vincent is a good embodiment, of preparation and
Yes.
elite chess. Famously, taught by Peter Lecco, who was also, the OG of chess preparation, OG of chess science. Yes. So no, I was really happy that I could also join the team together with Vincent. It's an opportunity for me also to get to know him better. I play him already regularly, of course, but to be alongside him in the team, to talk about things, to learn from each other, I think it's really cool. And yeah, I'm really happy with the teammate I have. I mean, Vincent, also his approach to the game really speaks to me. I think he's also really, really strong. One of the very best players in the world, one of the candidates for World Championship in the coming years. So just also having a very good period recently, right? I think he won a ton of events.
Yes.
So no, it's I'm really happy with the teammate and Vincent, for sure. Yeah,
it's fantastic, actually. Yeah, great team. But the thing is, I received a kind of mail from Team Basilisk, and in that they mentioned that they're very happy and proud that you will be representing them, and your first event will be in the Sinkfield Cup that you will go in August, and I think that coincides with the Esports World Cup. So you won't, I think, participate in Esports World Cup.
Yes.
You'll go here, but it's like the team is supporting your journey in chess. It's not just for this Esports World Cup event.
Exactly. No, this is and that's also was very important for me, that the team sort of was behind chess as a whole, and also understands very well that we have very complex calendar in chess. We have very complex system in general. We have all sorts of, we have the World Championship cycle, of course. We have different tours, different competitions, and the team indeed supports me, and I think I think this is the right approach for those teams as well, because there are very few right now, very few esport events in chess, but there are a lot of events in chess in general. And so if the team can get behind players for the entire calendar, I think this is the right way to go. And indeed, as you had already seen, probably Vincent was, he was wearing the Basilisk logo at all events, and basically, it's basically a whole, it's a whole support for the entire season. And that's the right way to go, because maybe certain years you're able to participate in EWC, other years you are not. But events keep on going, and you can keep making the team proud. Again, to bring back to my teammate who is already there for a while, Vincent, he won already a lot of events with Basilisk, being member of Basilisk. And I think this is the right way to also integrate the esport teams and chess, because again, for now we don't have that many esport events, but we have a lot of events in general, and there isn't, and to some extent they are all on the internet too, right? If you play Grand Chess Tour that I'm going to play now in St. Louis, I played the Rapid and Blitz first, and I played the classical event there. It will be on the board, but okay, it will be all followed online. I hope ChessBase India will stream or show the games from it, and in some sense, it is just as of a sport as as the esports. Of course, not the same, but still. So I think, yeah, it's I was really this was also another reason why I think we were a very good fit, because the team was very understanding. That right now I'm kind of focusing more on the classical this particular time period. I had different stretches. Once I played Title Tuesday. Remember, you were at my place visiting,
and you won it.
I won it. Yes. So, I've had different stretches. That time I was completely into Title Tuesday. If you remember, I was playing them every week. And lately, of course, after the candidates and before the candidates, was much more classical chess was the focus. And the team is very understanding. They understand that classical chess is still what's up, and they're supporting players for things that matter as well. And yeah, we'll see how calendar will turn out for me in the near future, or in the future, or in the long future. But for now, yeah, I'm heading to St. Louis, and happy to have the team's backing and support.
It's actually a great development for chess players, right? In a way, because if you think about it, chess players would have maybe a sponsor on their side. Like, for example, in your case, it's Optiver, or let's say in the case of Gukesh, Westbridge, or Arjun Quantbox. But now they can put one more logo, which is of the esports team, Basilisk in your case. And that actually helps in maybe providing a more sustainable income. Also, it grows another ecosystem of chess, which is the esports. So it's a very kind of a win-win scenario.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for players, of course, very important. I'm speaking in general of sponsorship, that you are supported, because then you can focus on chess. You don't have to, if you start to count every single prize that you're playing for, you can go really crazy. And if you start to calculate, if I lose here,
yes,
I cannot make this. This start 5,000 euro. Then if you start to, if it's if these are your last 5,000 euro or your first 5,000 euro, this is a problem. Then it's very difficult. You have to think about 95. You have to think about the tournament standing. Then you also have to think about the 5,000 euro. It becomes complicated. So it's definitely important that there is financial support. But also in case of, there are different esport teams. They all have different divisions. But in case of Basilisk, I think they're really very connected to their players. And they also try to, they try to find out what are the ways to support players, even try to find ways to, because, different sports, they have some common things, like some preparation wise or recovery wise, and they try for the players to learn from each other. That maybe there's, of course, every it's not like all the games sports are the same. Of course, a lot of esports are different than chess, but there's a lot of similarities still. There's the competition time, there's the time to rest, there's time to prepare. And if you have a team with all these different players, and some of them are greatest players, in like whether StarCraft or in some other games, of course, obviously there is this many similarities, but there are quite a few, and you have the opportunity, being in a team with those players, to learn something from them too. And that's nice, because we have done this with sports. For example, you remember when you did interview with Gukesh, he had all these biographies of great sportsmen. There's a lot to learn there. And I had the same also, at some point I was watching some interviews of great players like Djokovic, and there's this much I can connect with him. I can't connect too much because, like in case of some of the great athletes, their dedication and the kind of the details, are so much different, but there is still something that I can learn from them at my own scale, at my own level. And the same with esports, that there's something you can learn from other sports players, and this is also how esport team can support you. And I think if done well, it could be really helpful. That you learn from your teammates.
Yeah, I'm actually seeing it in the Indian ecosystem with Nihal Sarin. He's been supported by S8UL. And I can see like the entire org is kind of behind him when he plays. Everyone's rooting for him. But even when he wins a tournament, there are posts made by, the team. So I find that the support, even not just like in terms of just fans supporting, is growing. So that's very, very special.
Yes, for sure, for sure. No, this is very important. If you do it really right, these things, they can motivate. Sometimes I even play chess in certain other countries than my home country, and then just seeing, like how chess is supported in different countries, I can see how that can impact a player. That's something that for you, like in ChessBase India, also you notice this, right? All this support that your home players have, it can give that extra motivation. And it has to be channeled right, because support can also be pressure, right? It can also be it can be difficult to an extent. But if you channel it right, and also if the support is done well, which I think is definitely the case in my team of Basilisk. If support is done well, it's very, very helpful and inspiring. But of course, there is a challenge to this thing. Too much support, as you know, it can be heavy. It can be heavy on players, and we see examples. Also sometimes people don't like to play in their, in the home. So like, you remember some matches back in the day, they were trying to host on neutral ground because too much support, too much supporters. But in case of if you channel it right, if it's coming across good, I think it's very, very positive and very important. You see, also Hikaru was always talking, how it inspires him to have all these fans. So. No, definitely a big aspect for sure. Yeah.
Amazing. And Anish, is this going to be like a multi-year thing? Is it going to be for 1 year? Have you decided on that?
I have to read my contract first of all on what it was, and secondly, if I'm allowed to say it. Also, I don't recall. I don't recall either, to be honest. But no, I'm. It's yeah. We signed for now, and I'm really excited to see. I'm learning a lot from this team, from the approach, because it's a very professional, a very, very professional team. You'd be really surprised. They take this so thoroughly. Or just my announcement itself, is prepared harder than I think some players prepare for their tournaments. So. So it is.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. I think they were very professional, and they made an entire plan that would go live at this time and so on. So it just shows their approach towards everything.
Yes, and it's also for me good to learn, not just for my chess career, which is of course the main thing that's what I'm there for, but it is also good for me to learn in general to how to approach my other professional activities, how to approach anything business related or anything media related, to just see what are the things you should think about and how to do it. Like, for example, you should close the door so that children don't enter when you do interview. Like, no, but I tried this. That door doesn't close. It doesn't close.
Nice to see Michael.
Sometimes you know how. I'm not sure if it was Michael now. Right now, I'm in a place with lots of children. It's the chance it was Michael. It's very, very small. There's a lot of different children here. It's almost like I'm basically at the kindergarten right now. You could say. You could say, but it's the real life. So you can have all this preparation, but if you don't have a lock to the door, the real life will. And that's the beauty of the sport, the beauty of science. Sometimes the apple falls on your head and you discover gravity. It's the random factor. The door is opened and you discover the champion's mindset. It's not so simple.
Yeah, amazing. And Anish, what's your plan for this year now? You will play in the Grand Chess Tour. I believe you will also play. You will come to India for the Global Chess League.
Yes.
Olympiad. What quite a packed
Yes, no,
calendar,
the
right?
schedule. Yes, the schedule is. No, the other day I had also conversation with one of the people from Basilisk, and they asked me, like, just like, what's your plan? And okay, I already sent them my calendar, before. So I was like, okay, like, there's no room for anything. What do you think is my plan? Like, I have all these tournaments coming. But actually, yeah, there is time in between here and there, a few days. Like right now, I'm between tournaments, but I have very packed calendar. A lot of classical, but not only classical, also Rapid and Blitz is catching up. It's very important now. Yeah, the Total World Championship will be there.
You're
It's a very
playing
important
Total
event.
World
There will be Rapid and
Championship,
Blitz.
right?
Yes. Grand Chess Tour has Rapid and Blitz as well. It starts with Rapid and Blitz in St. Louis before the Singfield Cup. There will be World Rapid and Blitz at the end of the year again. I hope, I assume at least. And even in the World Championship cycle, in the classical World Championship cycle, the Rapid and Blitz plays a big role. Even the World Cup will have Rapid and or Fast Classical also it will have, and also Rapid and Blitz and
Yes.
knockout tiebreak. So there is a lot of Rapid and Blitz, and it's something I should catch up. Like it's an area of the game I'm still improving at, and yeah, for me it's always a challenge. I had good periods in Rapid and Blitz, but I need to really get warmed up. I'm kind of a slow starter, like a card that needs like lots of lots of starting up till it starts running. But yeah, one other thing actually, of course, it is also good probably to mention because I will find a little bit of time to do some content as well as part of also the partnership with Basilisk. I think a big part of the esports world, of course, since it is all online, is to do some online things. You have a lot of online fans that you want to give back to as well. And it's opportunity and a platform to promote, again, the science and the esports, uh, to the audience. So I will find some time, not too much because it's impossible to do too much, of course. But yes, one of the things on my calendar is to try to find back my password from my YouTube channel. It's I'm getting there. It's like there's a pile of passwords, and I'm already halfway. Yeah, so it's some content will find the time. I have some. I'll try to combine, the content with my preparation. So I'll try to maybe play some online events, some like I used to, some competitive online events. Try to do some streaming again where possible. And the team is also very understanding because they understand that for a player like me who plays so much, it is difficult to I cannot be like a part-time streamer, right? Like how some other players are. You can't do it all, especially if you want to do it well. But I think I can manage to to combine it and do some good content here and there.
Yeah, I think we'll be looking forward to something like Guess the Elo in real life or something like that. Which
Yeah,
is
I don't know. I watched some actually. I don't know if we are planning that. Maybe we will do guess the elo in a very scientific
in
way
a very
because
scientific.
what
Oh,
I
yes.
watched because what I watched my colleagues do this guess the elo in real life. I mean, they need a lot of science support. Like Fabi couldn't even. I mean, so you
His
have to watch
questions
this.
were a little bit
Terrible.
like
No, they're
unnecessary, yeah,
terrible.
sometimes.
No, very, very non-scientific. He asked the question, then got answers, and it was like, yeah, why did I ask it? At the end, like he had like three people that had to be arranged in a certain way. I mean, I think science would definitely help there, for sure, for sure. Maybe scientific gets the elo at some point, but yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see the kind of. But I have good faith in my. I uh, I think it's important to somehow still do good content despite the YouTube numbers always trying to skew it in a clickbait direction. But I have very good faith in my team. I think they're a very strong core, very powerful vision that goes beyond clickbait, and I trust that the content we'll do will be really good stuff, really good stuff for sure. But I honestly right now I don't know like don't have like concrete content lined up. I don't know what it will be, but I have good faith that the people people will get some excellent Basilisk content for sure at some point. I'm looking forward. But yeah, also I like to mention that I like this. True. Sometimes YouTube is one of my ways to relax. So sometimes I watch some others channels, and it's really hilarious. Yeah, I have to say that this gets the elo in real life. Also, I think Magnus also did it years like some while ago. It was also terrible. It's just really really funny.
Yeah, I guess we'll wait for what will happen.
Because
Science.
also because laughing is like scientifically proven that laughter improves your life. So it's sometimes some terrible funny content is scientifically approved as well. So it's
And you spoke about a packed calendar because you, of course, have a family. You're playing so much, and you also have Chessmonitor, yeah, which actually takes away a lot of your. I mean, I don't know a lot of, but at least it takes away some of your time. Yes, Chessmonitor.
yes. Well, it takes a little time. It's mostly speeds me up because I get to work with prepare with Chessmonitor, and it's a lot faster, so it gives me more time.
Oh,
Because yeah, I can, but it doesn't cost me time. It gains me time because we're working on tools that are speeding up the preparation, making it all smoother and better. And most of the work, of course, is done by Thomas. He's a developer. Some people okay, my messaging is not always clear. Of course, I promote the app. It's and the website. It's um, our project, my project, for sure. But I'm not like vibe coding it, or anything like this. I mean, because nowadays you can vibe code whatever you want, but it would be not so easy to vibe code something good, scalable, stable for so many users that Chessmonitor already has and is growing. And it's very time consuming. I for fun vibe coded a few things, not for Chessmonitor but for myself. It is time consuming because first of all, this thing till it's so slow, then you have to reiterate. It's Well, this one-shotting is not always easy, so
not easy.
I'm not vibe coding. Don't get me wrong. I'm using the things, but I'm just preparing with it. So it's not like and then I give my feedback to make it even better. And uh, okay, so some of the feedback it takes a little bit of time, because sometimes we'd have a call or anything or something. But in general, Chessmonitor, Thomas is a great developer. He's doing the work. At some point, I will make some content also for it as well, for sure. When at the moment where it's a little bit better for when I have the time, basically, because right now, as you mentioned, just don't. And also right now, the content is not really it's not right now. It's not the moment for it. Let's say it's somewhere in the plans. So Chessmonitor is definitely there, and if anything, I'm gaining time from not involving with other content platforms right now. Since I'm focusing on Chessmonitor, I don't do other, like I used to. Of course, I used to do courses. I used to promote all kinds of different chess websites, which was great. I learned a lot from that, by the way. I think I would have never been able to have so much ideas for Chessmonitor had I not been working with other great companies. Also, I learned so much from them, not only the content they did, but the way they, everything, the way they set up companies, the way they promoted them. Also, I learned many things, not only what you should do, but also what you should not do. So you learn always from your life experiences. But no, Chessmonitor is something I'm really very happy with, for sure. It's a one clear project for me. It's pretty contained, just focusing right now on preparation. I was also thinking though, like at some point, maybe some end games, important, because there is opening theory, but there's also end game theory. So maybe some end game content there. I'm thinking still about it, but okay, this is abstract. But for now, yeah, we're busy building just the core platform, that you have the full you have now the app where you can prepare, but you need to have it fully also built out properly on the web, have it all synced up, have infrastructure, and then once you have the infrastructure, then you can fill in the gaps, and figure out content you want. And finally, the vision for Chessmonitor is to be the platform that people need for opening preparation. Just like you have everything for opening preparation. You just prepare with Chessmonitor, and you're the best prepared player in the world. Basilisk scientific approach will help me do the right thing as well. So
Yeah, that
it's
also
all
fits in.
connected.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's a big vision. Then I'll become world champion at some point as well. It's all will be at the same time. uh, cross platform promotion and everything. But yeah, of course, indeed have to be able to switch focuses from one to the other quickly, because yeah, now you have to talk about that thing, then you have to prepare, then you have to play, then it's rapid, then it's classical again, and switching in modern world with so many so fast moving, fast paced things. Because before, you would have classical event for 6 weeks, then you just classical. For 5 years, you have this cycle, and you are like, it's all slow, and you can focus on one thing. And nowadays, even if you're not like scrolling TikTok or anything, like even if you don't have this, avoid the low hanging fruit, avoid the terrible distractions. Still, the world is so fast paced that you are not able to stay on one thing for too long. So switching focuses is very, very important, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And that's for me is a challenge. Yes, it's a challenge, and it's something I'm really consciously working on. And it is not easy. I see that it doesn't go perfectly regularly. I see some events I'm not fully ready. Some blitz coming, I'm not fully warmed up. I try, but I'm not fully warmed up still. Then some classical, I see that, say I'm trying, I'm doing, but I still see there's room for improvement. But it's a big challenge, and the thing is that whatever things I'm switching between, I made sure that all the things that I do now, that I love all of them. That's important. I don't have something that I have to do which I don't like. So this is the best I can get, and now we'll see what happens.
Amazing. Well, Anish, there are so many subjects that we can talk about, but I think the main focus of this interview was to your involvement with Basilisk. So it was amazing. Maybe on a parting note, if we can get your one thought on this thing, which is quite important in the world of chess right now, which is the world champion himself, who is going through a tough phase, almost coming down below 2700, and the match coming up between Gukesh and Sindarov. If you can just shed your thoughts on that.
Yeah, no, first of all, everybody can have bad period. I'm a chess player myself. So I don't have the liberty like some commentators have to go all out on a big monologue, because before you know it, I will be in his situation. I don't wanna.
And then
so
they can quickly make those reels, like you are
yes,
saying
yes. When I will say, I'll start giving advice. I say like, yeah, it's very easy. You're in bad form, just drink tea, with chocolate. You'll be in good mood. You'll win. And then they're like, why don't you not drinking tea with chocolate? Why? Where is your? So it's not easy. Let's not. I will not pretend like I know. I just will tell you that it happens. We spoke. Me and you. We have long already our professional relationship. We've had interviews at my highs 10 years ago. We had interviews at my lows. We were probably having interviews when you're probably thinking like, should you ask me what's the next stage in my life, or should you still ask me if So we had lots of different.
Well, you sometimes would talk about that, but you always came back to chess. You never went away.
Yes, the thing is though that it's not always up to you fully. It is up to you, but sometimes you might not want to leave, but everybody else pushes you out. So it's not so simple. And you have to sometimes take leap of faith and just do a lot of work in the direction which everybody might think is pointless. Like let's imagine, yeah, like you want to make a comeback, but everybody says that okay, it's pointless. Just stop, just rest. But you believe that the way to come back is to work, and it keeps not going right, and you have this the other point of view is piling up on you, and it's harder to keep going with what you believe was right. But sometimes you have to keep doing this, and then eventually it turns, and then afterwards you can give a lecture on ChessBase India on how you did it right. But no, it's challenging, but it's nothing new. I mean, okay, the exact details, how many games somebody lost, how much rating somebody lost, it depends. Here somewhere he would take a perpetual move repetition, it would be less 5 points, or here he would find one move, it would be 10 points more. It's all details, it doesn't matter. 27 also is just a mark, yeah, like it could be 2695, it could be 2705. It's all, nobody cares, it's just numbers. But we have those markers, of course, right? Like years and all these markers we have in life, but essentially it's all one big continuum. So it's all relative. But I think what matters is that the championship match is going to be exciting, because I've been around for too long, you know. I've remembered Ding's matches. I remember at some point Vishy, with all his incredible career, he had his own difficult periods here and there. And I remember people writing him off. I remember interviews of some 2600 players saying, "I think I'm much better than Vishy Anand now. I think I would crush him." There was a guy like this, and even at the time, I was like, "Really? Not sure." You know. So. Everybody, even the great Vishy, had his moments of when people were doubting him. But then when match comes along, it starts from 0-0. And I tell you, if Gukesh will be the first one to win the game in that match, the whole narrative will change completely. It will then be a game where he looks better than his opponent, inevitably. Even if it's a bad game, he will look better than his opponent. His opponent will look worse than him in that game. And the whole narrative will shift after just one win. Of course, it brings more challenges because if he starts with a loss,
then it continues the narrative.
Then it continues for sure. But if it starts with many draws, it will also shift. It will be again like as expected, of course, as Anish Giri said, it was going to be a tense match. So it is. I've been around for too long. The moment the match starts, it will be a whole new narrative. It will be the Gukesh has been hiding his prep the whole time. He has been focusing on this, and now he's unleashed himself. Is that he's been persevering despite despite nobody believing. Then Gajewski will give interview, say yes, this was a plan all along. So just let's wait for the match and not to draw conclusions. I don't remember a single World Championship match that I have seen that went according to scenario that was expected.
True.
Even Magnus's matches, when Magnus was playing Karakin, he seemed like a big favorite. It was a very difficult match. He almost lost. With few games to go, he was down by 1. There were matches with Vishy and Magnus against Vishy when Vishy made incredible comebacks at various points. They were very exciting games. Even, this one of the last games,
Yes.
Carlsen Vishy match, this Berlin end game, where Vishy did this explosive b5 break, and everybody believed again, that Vishy can do this again. So these things, they change, and it's going to be, I'm almost sure it's going to be exciting match. And we should not have the tunnel vision, just look at it more broadly. Nothing new. I mean, Gukesh is just another player. He's just another player, He's been incredible to become world champion, but at the end of the day, he's just a player, and everybody has ups and downs. But I'm looking forward to the match. But already, I'm not alone. I think chess fans, many of the fans are attentive players, attentive people. A lot of them, as I mentioned, into science, as we found out at Basilisk. A lot of them are into science, and science is science means looking at at experiments that you've done or at things that has happened before, analyzing them, and I think I lost internet.
No, you're there. Now you lost. Yeah, but now you're back.
You're there? Sorry, are you there? Yeah. No, sorry, I lost also internet. Yeah, no. Yes. So I'm again, I said that, science means to analyze what happened and draw right conclusions. And as far as I'm concerned, having analyzed all the World Championship matches that I've seen, this one is going to also be exciting one, very likely.
Amazing.
Because it's never easy. It's never easy for anyone. Imagine being Sindarov now, so much pressure. Everybody expects you to just grab this title, but it is the hardest thing there is in chess. Ask other players that became world champion. World Championship match is the hardest event that is there, and this only adds to pressure.
Well, it's going to be an exciting year ahead, Anish. Very excited for you to don on the logo of Basilisk in the events to come. And also, when you will come to India, play in the same team as Magnus Carlsen, all of that coming ahead. Excited.
Yeah, there should be a separate interview for that, I think.
Yeah, we will maybe figure out a time to talk about the team, that APL Alpine Pipers, where you will play. But congrats, Anish, for this Basilisk entry into the world of chess.
Bye.